Hey everybody, this is my first recording, and it's a battle against LeanPocketz from the Poke Ladder, and here goes. Alright, so I lead off with my Tyranitar, and he leads off with his Uxie, and he tricks, and I was kind of expecting it, but I figured I'd just go for the Crunch anyway, and I get a Choice Scarf, and he takes my Expert Belt, and without the Expert Belt, Crunch isn't going to kill. It might not have killed anyway if it was defensive, but seeing after it does about half, I figure I would try and Crunch again, see if I can kill it, and he switches out to his Scizor, and Crunch doesn't do hardly any damage at all. Expecting a U-turn or Bullet Punch, I'm going to switch out here and go to my Arcanine to get the Intimidate. And he U-turns, and even after the Intimidate and with the Resistance, it does okay damage, so I'm thinking it's banded. And he sends in his Porygon 2 and traces my Intimidate. We both get our leftovers. And I switch out and go to my Celebi. And he Thunder Waves, but I'm not too upset about it because Celebi has Natural Cure, and when it switches out, it'll heal. So I just take this chance to go for some Stealth Rocks, because I don't really know what he's going to do. I know they're usually special, and they usually pack Ice Beam, but my Celebi's really defensive, so I'm not too worried about it. And it doesn't even do half, so I'm like, alright, I can set up again on it, so I'm figuring I can live probably 2 more, so I'll just go for a Leech Seed and get some damage on it. Try and tank it out a little bit if I can. And he Ice Beams again. And I'm lucky I'm paralyzed here, because it would have sucked if I got frozen. So I get the Leech Seed. And even after all the recovery, I know I can't live another Ice Beam, so I'm going to switch out here, because I don't want to lose my Celebi yet. And I go back to my Arcanine. And he Ice Beams. And he gets the Freeze, and I was like, man, that sucks. So I'm just going to try and stay in, because his Ice Beam's not doing a whole lot, and Leech Seed plus leftovers is going to keep me up there, and I don't think he's going to be able to KO me unless he switches. So he withdraws and goes back to his Uxie. And I thaw out and get the Heat Wave off, and that kills his Uxie. I gotta admit, that was a really lucky thaw out. I didn't think I'd be able to thaw out then. So he sends in his Heatran. And he's faster than my Arcanine, so I'm like, okay. But I wasn't too worried because my Arcanine is bulky. It's not a fast one. So I just go for the Hidden Power Ground, hoping that it's not a special defensive Heatran. And it's not, so I know I can kill it with another Hidden Power Ground. But I think I'm predicting a switch here because I did almost kill it, so I end up going for the Morning Sun as he switches out to his Raikou. And I probably should have just stayed in Hidden Power Ground again, but I switch out to my Ampharos because my Ampharos is special defensive, and I know Raikou's usually special attacker, but he goes for the sub, so I'm thinking this is a sub Calm Mind set, and so I just go for a Light Screen because my Ampharos is a screen support. And I go back into my Tyranitar, hoping to at least break the sub, because it is Scarf now because of the trick. And even with the Scarf, my Tyranitar's slower, and he goes for a Hidden Power. And I should have expected the Hidden Power fighting because it was against my Tyranitar. I just usually don't see a lot on a Raikou, which really surprised me. And he gets a crit. And I don't know if the crit mattered or not because my Tyranitar is special defensive, and it was a Sandstorm, so I'm guessing it might have mattered, but after 2 Calm Minds it might not have. So I switched to Ambipom, and it's Choice Banded. Pretty sure that the Fake Out plus Technician bonus is going to break the sub, and I thought that he would still flinch because I broke the sub, but I guess not, so he hidden Power Fightings. And because I'm Choice Banded, I got to switch out, and I don't want to lose my Ambipom yet, so I go back to my Ampharos. And he hidden powers again. And it doesn't even do anything, even after 3 Calm Minds. And I know he's going to go faster because my Ampharos is slow. So I thought I had hidden power ground on this Ampharos, but I think it might have been hidden power ice or grass. And I know he's got to some Calm Minds up, so I'm not going to be able to break his sub. So after the first hit, I'm hoping, well, maybe I can break it after 2. Because if I can, that would really help. And I go for a second hidden power, and it still doesn't break the sub. So I'm like, alright, my Ampharos can live. Another hidden power, so I'll just go for yet another one, hoping to break the sub. Well, he just Calm Minds because he knows I can't do anything. And this one finally breaks the sub. And my light screen wears off. So I'm trying to go for a light screen to get some, just to get it back up, because I'm pretty sure my Ampharos can survive. And he goes for the Thunderbolt. And I didn't think it would do as much damage as it did, and it just ends up KOing me. So that kind of sucked that I couldn't get it back up. So I go back out into my Ambipom because I can Fake Out and kill his Raikou. And even if it didn't kill, it would have flinched him, and he wouldn't be able to sub up. So he goes into his Heatran. And it dies from Stealth Rocks. I'm pretty sure he just did that for the free switch, seeing what I would do or whatever. And I switch out to my Celebi because I don't want to lose my Ambipom yet. He Toxics and misses. And I know it's either going to set up or explode on me, so I just go for the Leech Seed. And he goes for a Seismic Toss, so I'm pretty sure this one doesn't have Explosion. But I lose my Celebi to the Sandstorm before I can heal. So I go to my Arcanine, knowing that I could probably kill it and it's not going to be able to do anything because I can just tank out with Morning Sun. I was kind of predicting him to switch here, but he didn't, so I ended up just getting Will-O-Wisp on his Registeel, which is just residual damage, and he Toxics me. And I know I can stay in for 2 turns without it being really bad poison damage, and I get recovery from Leech Seed and leftovers. And I switch out to my Ambipom again, as he switches out to his Porygon 2. And I just go for the Fake Out. And I get a crit. And now the Sandstorm's going to kill his Porygon 2. And he sends back out his Registeel, and I just stay in and Fake Out just as death fodder because my Ambipom's done. I don't need it anymore. And I'm pretty sure that my Crawdont would be faster than his Registeel, so I go ahead and send it out. It's a Life Orb special Crawdont, and it's probably one of my favorite pokes that I have, and it does a really good job. I get a crit, but I would have 2KO'd it anyway with Surf. He just goes for the Thunder Wave. And he's hurt by his burn, and that'll kill him. And all he's got left is his Scizor. And I know he's probably going to Bullet Punch, so I switch out to my Arcanine. Because either way, if he Bullet Punched or U-turned, I still wouldn't take hardly anything after the Intimidate. So I just stay in and go for the Heat Wave because my Arcanine is special attack and not physical like a lot of them. and he goes for another bullet punch, and it does almost nothing. And I just heat wave, and that's going to take him out. Good job, good game, LeanPocketz. I know you beat Nacho at the Open Challenge Day, so I was kind of worried I wouldn't beat you. Considering I haven't played competitive since Crystal, I think I did pretty well in this match. Let me know what you guys think. Rate, comment, subscribe if you want to. Expect more battles to come.